Welcome everybody to another episode of Source Wall with your boy Kojay and 44.
Hey, what's good, everybody? How's it hanging?
I think pretty good. Shoot, we just had DC Fandome and fuck. I just cared about Snyder Cut mostly. I watched everything else too, the best I could. What do you think of that trailer? I think we should just talk about that.
Yeah, did you watch? How many panels did you watch?
Alright, first off, well, I had my kid the whole weekend, so it was really hard. But, I watched, I think it was the ethnic diversity panel of the CW. There was a lot of CW people there. And, after that
Jesus
was the
Christ, Kojay, you
voices.
watched the CW panels? Oh my God.
Hey, hey, yo, when I have time, I gotta use it the best I can. I gotta watch it. So I started there, and then after that, I think it was the
That that
voices of
was that
Batman.
was the best use of your time.
Come on, I'm catching up, bro.
that
I'm
you could
catching up.
that you could come up with.
It gets better though. It gets. Leave me alone, man. All right, let me finish. So, so after that, I think it was the voices of Batman, and I think it was the Suicide Squad one. And then I noticed Film God was doing a live stream. And I was like, what? So I watched that, and then he had me join him. And so I watched the Snyder Cut one live for the first time with Film God. But um, I do have a guilty little pleasure thing. I saw the leak, and so I already saw the trailer before the thing happened, and they took it down after 20 minutes. At first, I was so excited when it said leak. See, I wasn't sure if it was a good leak or bad leak. All leaks are not bad because sometimes they leak things on purpose from, just my end. So I didn't really think to consider if it was good or bad, but I did check it out, and after I was thinking about
So
sharing
what
it.
did it leak? What did it leak on the HBO Max page, or
No,
where
no,
did
it
it leak?
leaked from some no-name account on YouTube, and it was announced that the leak happened on Reddit. So Reddit announced the leak, and I saw it in the chat, and then I think it was Fatal J Show, and then they showed it because they went to the link to check it out. So whoever's watching Fatal J Show, watch it. I think Hamad, he left. He's like, nah, I'll see it. Wait till later. It was like a 4-hour difference, but I don't know. I made the mistake. I
Yeah, I
watched
was I
it.
was I was asleep by then.
Yeah, I know,
I
because
was
I
asleep
texted
around
you.
then.
I texted you, and you didn't reply to me, so I knew you were sleeping. So, um,
There wasn't really
either.
no point in being up so early. I knew everybody was gonna be fucking up, racking their minds over fucking DC fandom. I fucking stayed asleep until that shit started. I didn't see what
Hey,
the
fair
fuck was the
enough.
point.
Fair enough. But anyways, so I saw it. It was beautiful, and I was just breathtaking to the point where I really wanted to see it again and see the whole panel without a doubt. And I even told one of my sisters who was not going to see it, and then they took down the leak video before she could see it because they took it down real quick, which was cool. And she's like, dang it, I really want to see it now. So then she watched it, and she wasn't even planning to watch it. So I think the leak really hyped more people up. And anyways, um, good or bad, no malicious intent was there for anyone who wanted to see it. People want to love it. But anyways, I saw it, and then when I saw it again with everybody the right way, it felt really good and beautiful. And oh my gosh, just chills. That's the best word. It's like I've been watching that trailer constantly ever since. And I have a bunch of ideas, but it's beautiful, and it's more than what I imagined it would be, what I hoped it would be. And when something is, the last time I saw a film or trailer that was more than what I hoped it to be was Man of Steel. For me, that was like, oh, I'm getting those feelings back tenfold. How about you? What did you feel? And then we could break it
Well,
down.
let's talk about the other trailers first, and we'll just leave the most exciting stuff for last.
Okay, fair enough.
Did you see? Did you see the Wonder Woman 84 trailer?
I saw bits of it, but I saw the full one with Film Gob after we saw the Snyder Cut one. And oh yeah, you saw me talk about it on Film Gob's one. I was being nice. It does look like a soft Linda Carter
Barely, yeah,
reboot.
because y'all were being nice, and I fucking left after that. I'm like, oh my god, these motherfuckers is biting the shit out their tongues right now.
All right, just to
Sly
be
couldn't even
fair,
fucking
just to
look
be
at the
fair,
damn screen.
just to be
Fuck out of
fair,
here.
man. Just be fair. The movie's got to, it might surprise. I don't know. I just can't
Phil
prejudge it.
Goff
That's
had the meanest
unfair.
smirk on his face. Like, I'm like, yo, these guys. But I respect it though, because you guys try to be nice, but that shit would look whack, bro. Like, what the fuck? Then now you're trying to play it off like I saw a little bit of it. Like I saw it, I saw it, but I don't remember it. Like
No,
I
it's
seen it,
true.
but I didn't know. Like motherfucker, you saw that shit.
Ah,
You don't even want to give an honest opinion on it.
no, I didn't, because I didn't see Cheetah being pulled and thrown. I didn't see that. I saw the first half of the trailer.
All right, well with the Wonder Woman and everything, I thought the gal looked fantastic for the most part. Granted, the colors were a little too bright for me, especially from what I'm used to with not only with what we've seen in Wonder Woman in the DCEU, but from at least from what I've seen in comics and animation.
But here's
I've always been used to her having the dark red, dark blue, dark gold, and that's it. But at the same time, like I can say that I know that there's iterations where she does have the clean Barbie doll look. Past that, you feel me? I didn't really like, you feel me, that it's supposed to be an '80s movie that's trying to fucking, I guess in some way, I guess relate to the modern times, but I guess they're trying to have some like little metaphor there with Trump going on with Maxwell Lord, and you feel me, like the age of excess as they would call the '80s. And to be honest, like I just don't really care for that type of story, and I just don't give a fuck. Like, you feel me? You can't really, especially right now, it's like it doesn't really fit seeing how like our economy's in the shit because of this fucking COVID stuff.
mm-hmm.
So it's I guess but I'll just chalk it up
It's
as
like
just
irrelevant.
yeah, like it was a creative choice that they made at the time before all this shit. So they can't really do anything about it now. But besides that, the whole Megan Maxwell Lord about like Trump, I was like, no, that's just not for me. I don't listen. I wouldn't even if they made him like Obama. That's still not for me. Yeah.
That's not Maxwell Lord, anyways.
But the score was good, though I liked it, but that was a Hans Zimmer score, so the Zimmer score was going to be good anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't feel like I saw enough of Cheetah, and what we seen of her was that was such a bad reveal. I'll just say that. I'm sorry, it was. That
It
was a
like
bad reveal.
there was no
Maybe
build to
they
that reveal.
maybe they did that because I don't even want to say that the VFX wasn't done because this movie was supposed to be fucking out already. So it's like the shit has to be done. So that shit was just a bad reveal. And you're gonna say because we're Snyder Bros or something. That's what people call us, right? That
They
we're
do.
supposed to be against color, but what the fuck was that? Like, you feel what I mean? Like, Cheetah had like, I get it was nighttime, but even then, like, I've seen a lot of animals during the nighttime, specifically animals that have colored fur. You feel me? And what is she supposed to be, gray or silver or something? And if that's the case, then fine, whatever, that's cool. But like, she didn't look like really no damn cheetah to me. You feel me? Especially with the colors was off to me. I'm like, was she gray or something? Like, why isn't she like yellow or gold? Or she has no hue to her. I didn't get it. You feel me? But I'm like during the shadows, but at the same time, like Wonder Woman looks hella gold. So I'm like, that shit was just. I was like, I don't know. But at the same time, they could be pulling from an iteration of Cheetah where she does have that color scheme, have that look. I just thought not only was it a bad reveal, but it also made the look bad because, like, I would have loved to see, not to say see Cheetah in the light, but you feel me, have her in a well lit scene, in that well lit moment when she fucking hops on the screen, you know what I mean? And that would have been fire with when the music dropped from the trailer, from the Hans Zimmer score, and then if they would have had Cheetah fully on screen, you feel me, doing some Cheetah shit, you feel me, you can get a good look at her. That would have been a fire rate in the trailer.
I
But
would like a
personally,
nice close up on her
I
face,
felt like
like with
the Wonder
rage.
Woman slam, and then they had it just wasn't good. So with that, it's like Like I think this will be at least a passable Wonder Woman movie. So whatever. Like I just, it's like I'm not expecting it to be better than the first Wonder Woman. And so what do you think about that? Like I'm pretty much saying I don't think it's gonna be good.
But hey, if all you have been listening to Sourcewell, you know we've been saying that, and you have. Um, but see, my thing is, it looks like it's syncing up to all your reviews of it. That's not good. It doesn't look good. But see, here's the thing. I just can't judge a movie off of the trailer. It doesn't look like something I want to see, though. That's for sure, because
I
it looks
can.
too soft. It looks like also the colors. It looks like they bumped it up too much. Like, remember the Transformers movie when they bumped up the contrast so much that all the light, anyone with light skin looked super orange, and
Yeah.
it kind of looked like that. Like they bumped it up too much. It felt too forced, and there's a little cheeseball vibe. But then I feel like it's what I'm worried about is that it's like a updated version of the Linda Carter type of thing, kind of like how Superman Returns was an updated version of the Christopher Reeves films. You know, like they focus too much on that type of time period or thing that it doesn't feel like a film. It feels like a story trapped against all these rules. And but that might be something that people are happy about. That just doesn't. It just seems like a step backwards from what we've been introduced to, what we've been used to with our Wonder Woman. You know. And
Yeah. I mean, gee,
I'm not
Wonder
sure
Woman
about
in the
that.
'80s doesn't fucking interest me. And I really don't like '80s movies like that. I don't really like them. They're not. Most '80s movies that people say are fire or classics are whack. Only a few of them are actually really good.
Well, the
And
'80s
that's just
movies
me.
I like are movies that aren't really tied to the '80s, like Conan the Barbarian. I love Tron. I love. You know, they're not like stuck on the time period of new wave and what MTV was doing back then. You know, um, it just feels like too much of a gimmick to for me to really take it seriously or enjoyably. But like I just want to be fair to any movie. I can't judge it before seeing it, but I already see that I'm not really inclined to watch it. Cheetah does look like a really okay cosplayer, but you know, Cheetah in Injustice 2, that's cinematic. I was hoping I'd see something like that, you know, like a real
No, I didn't
menace.
even like Cheetah in Injustice 2 either,
Oh,
to be
really?
honest. I thought she was
What's
whack in
your
Injustice
good
2.
definitive Cheetah look then?
Well, it has to be a good mix between a cheetah and a human. You feel what I mean? And sometimes I feel like they just don't get that mix right.
Kind of like a
Like
mutant.
in Injustice 2, and I also feel like even with DC comics in the more modern age, they've definitely stepped away from the elegance that Cheetah is supposed to have as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, cause she's a cheetah, she's a cat. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like they've leaned way more into her bestiality and her just being some, feral ass, Catwoman beast. And in reality, if anyone's ever been around, big cats or even small cats, you know how a cat is, you know how a feline is. Like,
Mm,
they move very gracefully. They're very beautiful creatures. You know what I mean? Like,
very agile and
and
powerful too.
they're very vicious though, and they
Hmm.
can strike, like, you feel what I mean, like, in the blink of an eye. So I don't feel like they've been bringing that element to Cheetah enough. Not only in a lot of mediums, like, I don't even remember like the last Wonder Woman animated thing I've seen that even had Cheetah in it. To be honest, like. Not even, yeah, it's been a while. Like the last Wonder Woman movie I seen, the animated movie, I forgot who the fucking villain was in that. It was I think it was her stepsister or something. There was some dumb shit. It was whack. Anyway, either way, like, maybe you're right. In the film, they can maybe capture that, a little bit in it, but even in this, like, I feel like they're pretty much doing the same thing. Like her, like I did, like she looks like a dingy stray cat. You feel what I mean? With her color, like her color is mad gray and it's fucking bland, and she's supposed to be a fucking cheetah. You feel me? Like, okay, but and she definitely looks like, she has a cheetah look, but I feel like they're leaning way too much into the cheatiness. And Like she like that. You know, the feminine aspects is kind of lost in it, in my opinion. You feel me? Like, but hey, you know, I get that people don't want to push the furry agenda. So they don't want like a super attractive cheetah running around. I guess in the DC, cheetah has to be like a feral beast. Like, I understand that, but
Yeah, but she
I
looked
don't
more
know.
like Chitara
I
from
just wasn't digging
Thundercats.
it. And I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't digging it in Injustice 2 either, because I felt like Cheetah in Injustice 2 was pretty much the Melina of Injustice. Like, that's pretty much
Mm,
Cheetah is pretty much the Melina of the Injustice games.
I
Like, you
could see
know,
that.
like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
she's a good character. She plays like some pretty well and everything, but I personally didn't like, you know, her look. Like,
Mm,
maybe it's just she's too damn furry. I mean, that's maybe what maybe I'm just against the furriness. Maybe she's like
I see
she,
it.
but yeah, but like I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, and you know, I already said it what I had said about Max O'Lord. They fucked up his old character. So,
I
you
mean,
know, with
CW
that
got
being
Max
said,
Warlord better, and Supergirl, I have to
did you
say.
see any of the game trailers?
Yeah, I did. I saw both of them, the Suicide Squad one and the Arkham Knights one or the Batman Knights one.
Um, yeah, no, all you do is play Skyrim, but
I know, right?
what did you think?
I like the Suicide Squad one a lot better. I'll probably play that one first. That one's very intriguing.
That
And
shit had no gameplay though.
yeah, no gameplay. It was just an FMV, so that just gives you an idea of what the situation is. But I need to see some gameplay, and that's something that they'll do later. They usually do cinematics first. There's like a Final Fantasy thing, cinematics first, just to get everyone in love with it, and then they'll show you gameplay later.
Man, Kojay, I know. The hell?
I know you
No.
know, but our listeners,
What do you
man,
think
our
I'm so? What do you
listeners.
think I'm so gaming on the Nintendo 64?
I
I'm just saying
wish.
there was no fucking gameplay. Like,
Yeah,
and
there was
Superman
none.
looked like John Cena. Just saying he did. So,
Mm.
and there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever. But Superman looked like John Cena. So, I feel like
Yeah.
Rocksteady dropped the ball, especially with them being the last panel. They
Mm.
should have. They've been working on this game for how long now? They didn't show any fucking footage. Like,
Because
and
this
all
was
you
supposed to
motherfuckers
be.
gassed up Rocksteady so much. They gassed up
Mhm.
Arkham Knight was so good. Arkham City was so good. Like, Arkham Knight was booty. You know what I mean? Like, and now they have this game that they've been making for 6 years, and they can't even show no fucking gameplay. All
Wow.
right, so I just want to put it on that, like, you know, just point that out. You feel me? That, you know, that they've been working on this game for a minute, and everybody's been gassing up Rocksteady. You feel me? Like, oh man, the Batman games were so good, and they were good games. You feel me? But let's not pretend like, you know, they just didn't write off the fact that it was fucking Batman. Like, you feel me? They were all right. You feel me? Like,
Mhm.
and the most recent one wasn't fucking good. It wasn't. You feel me? Like, so I feel like this was Rocksteady's time to win people over, at least win me back over again, and they fucking failed. That was some bullshit. You know, I'm not giving any of these studios or corporations, whether they be movie, game, or whatever, any more excuses. Like, bro, just show your shit or you fucking go home. Like, you know, why the fuck did you even show up? Like, just to show a rendered trailer. Nah, dead ass though. It's
No, you're
like,
right,
and
because they've been working on a while. This was supposed to be their Superman game, but I think they changed the concept. So they had a
yeah, they were never
long
working
while
on
to
no
play it.
damn Superman game.
Hey, that was the
Like,
first scoop
that's
that
what
we
I
got.
mean. Rocksteady got people gassed. They're like, "Oh, Rocksteady's gonna make a Superman." No,
Hmm.
no. That
No,
was never
just
happening.
Superman's going to be in
They
it. That's
lied.
it.
They lied to you. Yeah, they fucking lied to you.
Yep. I
Like,
hate being lied to, bro.
the only thing that turned out to be true was WB Montreal making a Batman game, and that it wasn't going to be about Batman. That was actually they actually were being honest with y'all. You feel me? Rockstar was lying to y'all.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
Rocksteady. My apologies, Rockstar. Rocksteady. You feel me? They was lying to y'all. He was
Hmm.
working on this game, I think, longer than fucking WB Montreal was working on the new Gotham Knights game, which we'll get into. But
Mm.
it's like, what the fuck is their excuse? You know what I mean? Like, Like, and I like, and I still haven't forgiven them off, you feel me, that shitty ass Arkham Knight release. It took like fucking almost like damn near a month for that game to become playable. So, and that I'm talking PlayStation. People are like, oh, that was only on PC. Now, I didn't have a PC back then. I had a PlayStation. You know what I mean? And that shit was wonky as shit. You feel me? Like, that's why I sold that shit. You know what I mean? I got it again recently because I think they had a giveaway on PlayStation a while back, like a few months back. But and yeah, with all the updates and everything on it now, it plays well now. But it's like I'm not out here forgiving these motherfuckers. They better drop some gameplay on that shit soon.
Yeah, they have to. I'm expecting it this week. They have to.
Yeah,
if it's like a month later, then I think that's a bad sign. It tells me that they don't have their shit together.
Yeah, because it's done up to me. Because I'm not one of these fucking rock-steady dick suckers out here, Batman dick suckers out here that are just gonna give these fucking motherfuckers a pass because they made some Batman games. It's like, they better make a good game. You feel me? Like, especially they're dealing with the Suicide Squad and they have the Justice League in it. Like, they dropped the ball on that. Like I said, there was one of the last panels that actually meant something, so they dropped the ball on that. But leading into the studio that didn't drop the ball, WB Montreal. You feel me? Because they did show the Gotham Knights trailer and everything. What do you think of that? You know what I mean? There was some stuff going on in there.
Yeah, that one looked alright too. That one looked pretty dope. I just I don't know. I'm kind of Batmaned out, but as a beat 'em upper, not sure having Batman as an option. That's kind of cool, I guess. But I would have rather liked a game just of one of them, not all of them. Like just a Batgirl game, or a Nightwing game, or a Red Hood game.
I actually disagree. I would have preferred if Red Hood wasn't in this game at all, and it was just exactly.
He's kind of an oddball because his presence is kind of like. Shouldn't be with them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like what? Like, I would fight and he's the only guy killing people.
Yeah. It's like if Red Hood was not anywhere near this game, then yeah, hell yeah, and then that would have been a grade A reveal to me right there. Thought it looked good. I thought Gotham looked good for the most part. That I didn't really like. I don't like Red Hood. I didn't like his design anyway either.
Red Hood looked kind of extra bulky in a weird way. Like he had a small head.
He looked like he looked like Michelangelo, not Michael. He looked like Raphael in one of those shitty fucking Ninja Turtle designs. Ever see those shitty Ninja Turtles designs where they make fucking Raph like fucking 10 feet tall and shit? They were fucking stupid. But Robin looked alright. You feel me? But he looked like he would be cool to play at. He looked alright. Batgirl and Nightwing obviously were the best because they looked the most comic accurate, especially with the with the new sleek modern look of their suits. It was cool to see the purple Batgirl suit and the Nightwing stuff. So that was
cool. But if it's purple, I want Stephanie Brown. I don't want fucking what's her name.
Well, it seems like this game is gonna have changeable. It's fucking Batman game. So
yeah, that's true.
You're probably gonna be able to fucking put her in a wheelchair if you want to.
Dang. Oracle.
So. But yeah, I think that, they definitely got it off on a good start, and they got that off. Granted, we have to see more of the gameplay and what happens when the game comes out, but I think what they showed was definitely enough to keep people intrigued for a while. With Rocksteady, no. You're not gonna, I don't give a fuck how much, I don't give a fuck how black Deadshot is, I don't give a fuck how much Harley Quinn is in the trailer, I don't care how Australian Captain Boomerang is, that shit was not enough. So, and yeah, and also skip a few things, Black Adam panel was whack. Really nothing they like. What's so stupid with the
Black Adam,
The Rock, and it's like, he was on Twitter talking like, oh yeah, talking about Superman and Black Adam fighting, and it's like, yeah, it would be an interesting team up because he has said something like Superman has, he would be a person who has a code that doesn't mind killing him against someone who who has, I guess, said, whose killing is against their code, and he had a picture of Henry Cavill and gets himself, as the character, essentially. And I'm like, bro, like, Henry Cavill killed in both those movies. He killed Zod and Doomsday. What the fuck are you talking? like, he'd probably kill your ass if it came down to it. Like, let's just be G. You feel me? Like, it's like, where do they? I don't know. Like, that's why I just think it's very weird and off how they're even pushing the Black Adam thing, even with Superman, because it's like, and I hope y'all know, like, not to spoil the Snyder Cut or anything, but the Justice League killed Steppenwolf too. They gonna kill his ass too. He's going to die. You feel me? Like, so yeah. Like, I'm just saying. You feel me? Like,
people put.
It's just
down.
Weird. Do you think is that odd to you? Like,
yo, bro, it feels like Dwayne Johnson was he himself just going to hype up the project. It didn't seem like they didn't have anything to deliver. They didn't have any extra depth concept to share with us. They didn't have any story to share with us. Just hype. And the person who came in was another cast member. So that was cute, but at the same time, I feel it's just more forced hype because I don't know, maybe they didn't get any questions for Black Adam, but his answers, like you said, they felt like very basic Cliff Notes, Wikipedia, quick read type of answers. Nothing really solid. It almost makes me doubt if he did his homework. And also the footage that they showed, bro, that little animation.
I wouldn't even call it footage. It was
no, bro. But yo, if you see my gameplay on DC Universe Online or look at any cutscene of DC Universe Online, the little story clips, that looked exactly like a little mini story you unlock in DC Universe Online. I swear, I thought I was playing the game, and that's just a promotional thing. That's not even the film. So I don't even know if they have anything set in stone or any direction, and that's got me concerned because I'm like, Rock, I've seen Snitch. You've gone deep before. You can. What is this? And I felt like it was, and I said on Film Gob stream too, because I said it felt like he was doing a promo. He even said, "If you smell what we're cooking," or something like that. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it did not. For a film that they've been working on for over 10 years, it doesn't seem like you got any groundwork done on it at all.
Exactly.
That doesn't even seem like y'all know where y'all want this film to be or where y'all want it to stand. It's just very weird. And like even this whole thing, even this whole way he's pushing it, it just comes off very corporate and fake. Like,
he knows how to be.
This all like, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about it. Like he keeps saying that. Is like, dude. That sounds corny as fuck. That's so corny. That's so fucking corny. And he said it again. And in my head, I'm like, yo, why are you really trying to push this? And in reality, it's really not. It's not, bro. It's not about to change. Like, Black Adam would get washed by the majority of the Justice League. What are you talking about? Like, Superman would spank Black Adam. Wonder Woman would spank Black Adam. Aquaman would spank Black Adam. Yeah, people are like, oh no, he wouldn't. Yes, he would. The fuck are you talking about?
And also, he has.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, he just like and he has.
It's like what he
has. Aquaman has put the beat down on Black Adam before, many a time. Maybe Flash might have a problem with Black Adam, but even to give Batman a week, Batman's like. Black Adam's not going to be an issue like that. If Batman knows that Black Adam is coming after him, no, it's just done up. He ain't about to win. Like he's definitely not about to kill Batman. You feel me? I'll just say that. You feel me? Batman may not defeat him, but he ain't about to kill Batman. He's not about to beat Batman. So I'm like, to really like, you can maybe put him up against a Green Lantern, maybe. Or Martian Manhunter, he would definitely stand a chance, like, you feel me? But that's what I mean. Then you can barely even take Flash. So it was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just confusing the shit out of me. How was the hierarchy, how are the power levels changing? Power levels are not even, like, changing like that. You're just there now.
It's weird. I don't even understand. See, here's the issue. Black Adam, his power levels have always fluctuated. I've seen him in the cinematic for DC Universe Online take out Green Lantern and Flash with one move because he did the Shazam bolt. But then when Superman came down to fight Black Adam's like punching him 3 times, and Superman's just taking it like no big deal. Grabs his punch, twists his wrist, and then eye lasers him. In fact, I might show it in this podcast. But yeah, he just lays him down in like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. I'm like, oh shit.
Because in some iterations, Black Adam kind of suffers from the same issue that Barry Allen has with Reverse Flash, is like the Speed Force issue, where multiple people pulling off the Speed Force at once makes all speedsters weaker, essentially. And it's kind of the same thing in some iterations with Black Adam and Shazam. Man. Since Shazam is there, it's like Black Adam is not going to be that much stronger because Shazam exists. You feel what I mean? And their power essentially comes from the same place. You feel me? Like, and it's gonna it'd probably be even more so with how they're doing it with the Shazam family. Like there's fucking 6 of these motherfuckers. So it's like, yeah, he might be able to beat them. You feel me? If he's bullying all the Shazam power to himself. But like, come on, like first, like you said, like just you can put like, all right, Black Adam versus Superman might be an interesting thing. Like, but I can also argue that fucking Black Adam, Superman versus Lobo would be cool too. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, you can't just say like, oh yeah, I can go toe to toe with Superman, so things are changing. It's like, so can Lobo. You know what I mean? Like, but throwing Lobo into the mix doesn't change anything.
Mongol can go toe to toe with Superman, but
he's Lobo would still lose though. It's like a lot of motherfuckers can fight Superman, but that's 2 different questions. You know what I mean? Like,
even Major Force can fight Superman too. Adam,
is Black Adam gonna beat the Justice League by himself?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Hell no! What? No, it's not happening.
He's not no brainiac. But here's another thing. Here's one thing that they do have to play with is that Superman is weak to magic, and they played that card before where Black Adam's ability and usage of magic puts him on an even playing field, and sometimes higher playing field than Superman.
Not higher. I wouldn't say that. Superman
depends who the writer
is vulnerable to magic. He's not a weakness like it is kryptonite. So that means if you shoot Superman with a magic bolt or something, or hit him with a magic wand, like it'll hurt him. But it ain't gonna kill him. You feel me? Exactly. Like you can shoot Superman with an ice beam and with a magic ice beam, it'll hurt him. It's not gonna kill him though. You feel me? Like it's not gonna be like hitting him with kryptonite. That's for damn sure. Like
you gotta do it.
Like, I can say that. So he can hit him with all the shit, all the Black Adam lightning he wants. You're right, but at the end of the day, he's only vulnerable to Superman's vulnerable to a lot of shit. Superman's technically vulnerable to nuclear weapons. You know what I mean? Like, but he bounces back from them every time. So I'm just saying, like that's what I mean. Like, I'm not trying to say it's that Black Adam is a whack ass chump character. What I'm saying is that I feel like this nigga's trying to downplay all the other characters. Like Black Adam is really that long dick. You feel me? It's like, bro, your nemesis is Shazam. It's Captain Marvel. Like, calm down. Like for real. Like, bro, like the Justice League would wash you. Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman alone will wash you. There's them 3 by themselves would defeat you. Like, bro, Superman can beat you by himself. That's all I'm trying to say. He can beat you by himself.
And Superman
like you even backed me up and said Aquaman has beat you in the comics before. Yeah, Aquaman has beat Black Adam before. So it's like choking this. It's actually a debate where the fuck this nigga even is. Where is this dude gonna even lie on the power level? That's the real question. Because it's like they can't have you out here bet strong. You ain't about to be better than Superman. Like you ain't about to be better than Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. That's already off the rip. You feel me? Flash maybe probably like it's like, so where are you even? You're gonna be somewhere. And that's just the main Justice League lineup. You feel me? As far as, the classic line, or we just call it the classic lineup, like the 7.
The traditional.
Let's say the 7 to 8, the traditional, yeah. where are you gonna lie? If we just even stick that, where are you even gonna lie with that? And that's not even the full league. Like, you're over there with Shazam. Like, you feel me? It's just BG. You next to Shazam. And Shazam is under Superman. Shazam is not better than Superman.
No, Superman.
And Shazam is not better than Wonder Woman. Shazam will get fucking waxed by Wonder Woman. You know how many I can count? I can't even count on two hands how many times I've seen Wonder Woman fuck up Shazam. It's countless times at this point. So don't play with me. That's what all I'm saying. Like, so don't play with me with that boy. Like, what is he talking about? It's just when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, bro, just stop talking, because I really just don't want this to be a thing where you're gonna fucking OD power boost the shit out this motherfucker just because he's The Rock.
Oh yeah, Black Adam. He's
like that
no
would
other
be
villain
lame.
you've ever seen before.
That would be lame. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we'll just leave it on that though, because we won't. Because like I said, anybody told nothing about Black Adam anyway. I just wanted to say that because it was just really fucking me. Like, what is he talking about?
It was very generic.
Either way.
See, here's the thing. Dwayne Johnson is really good at being sincerely insincere. And that's
you're right.
Lingo. That's very corporate lingo, and he's kind of part of that world. I think he's always been a part of that world. I think that's his real niche, his real key, his real little flex. And hey, good for you, buddy, but for the people of art and meaningfulness and stuff that's going to stand the test of time, there needs to be more than that. There needs to be realness.
Yeah, you were definitely right about that. And I don't know. It feels like when The Rock is around too, that they pay off every other person around him to like all right, you have to be a beta male right now because The Rock is here. Only The Rock is allowed to be the masculine guy.
That's why I like to
like, you ever get that feeling like motherfuckers is paid off to be pussies and wussies and let the Rock pay them out just because he's The Rock. I was like, they just be letting The Rock come on TV and just say whatever the fuck he wants and play out people all the time, and just like motherfuckers don't even have one, like, they never have one slick or good line to say to him ever. Not even Kevin Hart, and he's a comedian. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of times I feel like it is some corporate control shit where it's like y'all motherfuckers is low key in the back paying him up like, oh yeah, don't say anything about Rock. Don't crack on his muscles. Don't crack on his bald head. Make sure the Rock has to be the coolest person, or perceived to be the coolest person around. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know.
See, he surprised me in Snitch. He was very non-Dwayne Johnson. I felt he was a real actor in Snitch.
But I don't mean like in his movies. I mean in real life. You know what I mean?
No.
I mean in like real life.
Because he chooses how to present himself in what project. And ever since, I haven't seen him that deep and serious in since Snitch. After that, it's been the same cookie cutter Jumanji stuff,
Because it's like Jay-Z said, you feel me? He just after he sold the mill, he stopped rapping like Common Sense. You feel me? Like, yeah, The Rock tried that shit, but you feel me? After he really got big, and you feel me, he stopped even trying to do, because The Rock did try to do film and stuff, try to branch out and everything, but once he found his niche, he been stopped doing that, because he never cared about doing shit like that. Like, The Rock is the only dude that can literally say someone else is your pops, and nigga won't say nothing. Like, The Rock literally said that Ryan Reynolds is Kevin Hart's pops. You feel me? And I get he was joking and shit, but like people have to understand too, especially when it comes to, like, you feel me, black culture and everything too. You gotta understand what motherfuckers be trying to flex on you, and you feel what I mean, and in a sense build a hierarchy on you. You feel me? And The Rock been doing that on Kevin Hart, and it's like, for a motherfucker to say like, oh yeah, this random nigga is your pops, and he's talking about, like, Ryan Reynolds, you feel what I mean, white boy, goofy ass. How you feel me? And then Kevin Hart don't have a joke for him or nothing. It's like Kevin Hart never has a joke, rarely ever has a joke. It's It's like a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't let shit like that slide and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, I'm totally fine with you talking about me like that, whether you're playing or not. You
Hmm.
feel what I mean? So that's why I do feel like like you said, it's a Hollywood thing where it's like it's set in stone in Hollywood where the Rock is corporate cool. You feel me? You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like it's the corporate mandate that the Rock is cool. And if you go against that, then I guess you lose your job. But anyway,
Yeah.
what else was there? There was the static. There was the static movie. They announced the static movie and the milestone
Oh,
stuff.
I saw the milestone stuff. That was great, and it was so good seeing Phil Lamar there. He did the voice of Static, and I've met him a few times. One time in castings when he auditioned for a project I was working on, and then once again at WonderCon. He remembered me. He was a cool guy. I mean, I just love him. And before that, I loved his work on Mad TV. And he, a lot of people don't know, but he's actually still voiceovering a lot of voices in DC animated films. Like he's really tight
Yeah, I
with
know
the voice
that.
acting director. Yeah, you know that. I'm talking to our audience just so we all know. But and also he's also playing Martian Manhunter's brother. I always have a hard time saying what's Martian Manhunter's brother? Alefek. I screw it up all the time. But he's on
Man, I
Supergirl.
forgot.
Yeah, but
They
he's
almost
Martian
they almost
Manhunter's
never
brother.
use that dude anymore. He's a
Oh,
cool character though.
Mal Alafalak or something. I forget. I have to look it up. But I don't know. I can't think of it
All right,
right
get to
now.
the point, Kojay.
But yeah, he's cool. He's been DC for a long time, so I was glad to see him there because I feel he's an unsung hero who's done so much for DC Comics in
Yeah,
an
most
actor
definitely.
standpoint. You know what I mean? Especially seeing Milestone there, and I was glad that they brought up the fact that Icon and Rocket, they're a team. A lot of people, and especially the people who made Young Justice cartoon, they treated Rocket like Icon's sidekick, but that's wrong. They're actually a team. She's a girl from the streets who has powers, who wants to make a difference, and he's a 1,000-year-old alien who's getting to know the world. They actually need each other. They're a tag team. They're a partnership, 50-50. There's no mentor or whatever, and I'm glad that well, of
Yeah,
course,
the
they brought him up,
characterizations
but
in
they
what
brought it up and
Young
just
Justice were
giving
terrible.
justice. Yeah, Young Justice was. There's stuff I
Young
liked and a lot
Justice
of stuff I
started
don't.
off good and then it went straight into the shitter.
Man, season 3, what? But anyways, so I was glad to see that these characters are coming back, Milestone's coming back, and they're coming back in the right light. It just made me so happy. What about you? Because I know you're a big Static Shock fan.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Everybody was talking about what the surprise DC panel was, and I think that it made sense that it was that. Like I don't think anything could have been, as far as on the comics front from DC. I don't think anything could have been more cool or interesting than that. Than an announcement of the milestone line coming back, because people have been asking for this for a long ass time, and DC has been pretty much, excuse me, playing coy about this for years, about the whole rights and why the comics weren't coming out and why the characters were essentially on the shelves. But it was pretty much a rights issue. There
Mm,
was a rights issue tied up, with Dwayne McDuffie passing away
right.
and stuff, legal things going on with his wife, and the founders of Milestone, who you can see at the panel, the DC panel. They two of them were there. I think like two. There's four of them, I think, but I think two of them were there. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But it seems like it seems like they may have cleared that up in whatever fashion they did, because now they're talking about the not only is our new Static Shock comics coming, but new Milestone runs are coming all together with multiple characters like Icon and Static, and he also said that they were going to be doing animated films based around the Milestone universe. They were planning on saying that they weren't going to do any hardware, but I think there's obviously they're going to do hardware comics too.
Mm.
So, and they're also, I think they said something about possibly bringing back the Static TV show or something like that, or making another Static show, something
Really?
along those lines. Yeah, they said a lot in that panel. So, and
I missed
then
that part.
obviously, the big news is that a Static Shock film is in development currently.
Yeah, that I
Uh,
heard.
So I'm gonna have to. I should have. I did see that Variety wrote an article about it. I don't know if it had any more information about how that's gonna go as far as if it's gonna be through DC or and who's gonna be making it, how it's gonna be get done. But I'm sure down the line we'll find out soon enough. So I guess you can say that because a lot of people wanted a Man of Steel announcement or a Batfleck, and but they said there was going to be some secret film announcement. But I guess you can say maybe that was one of the secret films, or at least a secret film. Who knows if those were the secret films that I feel like may have been just tucked away for right now because of contracts and things going on behind the scenes. But that was a pretty cool thing that was announced that I think people should keep an eye out for and look forward to in the future. A Static Shock movie coming from the guys who made Milestone. They're all not dead, so some of them are still alive. So
All right,
that can
so
actually end up being pretty cool.
so it's an actual movie because okay, when they were saying
It's
it,
a
I
live
thought
action movie.
okay, so I don't know, maybe my kid ran them through the hall, but I don't know, I missed that because I thought it was an animated movie coming out of Static Shock. This is a live action movie.
No, they announced multiple things. They announced that
Like I thought it was multiple
they're
animated.
bringing back the comics. They will be doing
Yeah.
they will be doing animated movies based in the Milestone universe. So it's not going to be in the DC universe for the most part, from what they said. It's going to be based in its own universe
Mm.
around the Milestone characters. There will be new Milestone comics. You feel me? I mean, they're based around those characters, and they're also going to be creating new characters. And they're also going to do, I guess, from what they said, I'm not sure if they said they're going to make a new Static Shock show or they're going to bring back the old Static Shock show. Because it could have been the old, because they did have Phil Lamar there, but they did say that, a Static Shock show was in the works because of the popularity of, the original show. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see how that. Plus, there's also been rumors anyway. There's also been rumors anyway of a DCAU revival of them bringing back certain shows, like certain DC, like maybe possibly even Batman Beyond, or bringing back even Batman the animated series. So they've been talking about that for a while now. So it could also possibly have to do with that. But
Hmm.
either way, past that, they're also doing a movie. You feel me? So there's a live action movie that is in the works. We don't know obviously how far along in the works there are, but there is a movie that's so a lot of these things. It seems like they're in full swing. Obviously, seems
Right,
like they have
right.
a lot of stuff planned with these characters and all different mediums, which is cool because it was great that Static was able to have his show in the past that did immensely well in the DC animated universe at the time, and it'll be cool to see if they can replicate that with other characters like Icon and Rocket and Hardware and there's other characters like I even forgot right now. They said they're going to be making new characters, so we'll see how. We just got to see how all that turns out. Really, I wouldn't expect the Static movie to be anytime soon. I would think that well, they said the comics are going to come in. Damn, I think they said December or something. They did announce when the comics are coming. So for anybody listening, you can go look that up. But
Mm-hmm. Because I
past
think it was
that,
December too. I'm not sure.
I think maybe we can start maybe see some animated stuff from Milestone maybe by next year, hopefully maybe late next year or something, and maybe more news on what else they're going to be doing past that.
Yeah, that'd
But
be good. That'd be good.
yeah, I would say it was definitely a worthwhile panel. I don't know how many people checked it out, but if you didn't, it was your fucking loss.
uh, yeah. Then after that, was it the Suicide Squad panel that came up?
We're not talking about that. Anyway,
Fair enough. All right.
so
So
after that is
Snyder Cut, right?
Now, we gotta shit on the Batman.
Oh man, that happened. Okay, I forgot.
Did you see the Batman trailer?
Yes, I did, but I'll let you start this one.
Well, I didn't think it would look good.
All right, cool. I think it was all right.
I get the artificial Batman hype is kicking in every time something Batman is involved. Oh, Batman! Oh my God, it's Batman!
Oh, I see.
You could have literally seen Batman yesterday, then Batman pop up today. Batman! I thought it was whack, to be honest. I'll tell you why. That shit, even the vibe and everything it gave off is like, that shit came off like fucking The Crow or Daredevil.
Yeah, that
did not come off like Batman, like.
And it felt like it came off from that era too. And I don't know if that's what they're going for, but it felt like we've already been here before. And I don't mean that.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get to that. Slow down. We're gonna get to how we've already been here before.
Okay.
I just want to point out that from the rip, I got fucking The Crow vibes from this, and this thing lasted. This vibe lasted the whole trailer. The Crow vibe,
which I don't.
It was just whatever.
I love it.
You know, Nirvana, whatever. You want to add some Nirvana to shit? Why not? You feel me? Probably want a cracker and all that shit. Whatever. You know. But then boom, it cut to the scene, and I guess we're setting up the Riddler, which is really just a carryover from the Nolan films, but whatever. You know, and it opens with Gordon, and you know, and it cuts to Batman's feet, and then he's acting for you, says something to him. Batman is wearing like Gore-Tex boots for some reason, I don't know. But okay.
Skyrim, you know, like, level 5.
But yeah, it turns out that Batman is in the crime scene, at the crime scene, filled with cops. You feel me? Like, this place is like filled with cops, and Batman just walks in here, and they're just like, "Oh, fine, cool," and it's like, "Oh, this is year 2 Batman," and that was stupid as fuck to me. I'm like, all right, at this point, yes, because at this point you might as well just say Batman is a fucking cop. At this point, if this is what you're gonna do, if this is how you're gonna do it, and like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so there could be a little twist afterward. They could try to arrest him afterwards and try to do something funny. You never know, but
or what if things
even the fact that Batman doing that is. Not even Batman Year 1 would do that. So why the fuck is Batman Year 2 doing that? Like I said, like at this point, if you're gonna do that, you might as well just give the nigga a badge. You know what I mean? Just give him a badge at this point. You know, so
it's his Bat badge.
Obviously, we get a lot more setup of Riddler, and you get a lot of more setup of Riddler, and you know, we get some scenes of Bruce Wayne, motherfucker. Look, was the worst Bruce Wayne I ever seen in my life. Like, just like everybody said, he just went with the same old Twilight emo demeanor that he puts on in every movie. Like, it's like, all right, but
it looked like a combination of
again they're gonna explain that away of saying like, oh, it's young Batman. He's not. I was like, dude did not look like Bruce Wayne. He just didn't. Then that we're gonna get on his Batman look, but dude did not look like Bruce Wayne.
You know what he looked like? He looked like a cross between Tobey Maguire when he was on that black suit thing in Spider-Man 3 when he was dancing in the bar, mixed with some kind of Joaquin Phoenix Joker kind of attitude.
I actually disagree with that because I feel like people saying that like you're playing out Peter Parker. You feel what I mean? Like. Tobey Maguire in that he looked weird, but he looked like Peter. That's how Peter Parker's supposed to look when, you feel me, he's on his bullshit. Granted, you can be mad about how he presented it, about how he carried it, but that's a Peter Parker look. You feel what I mean? Like,
I meant
like, I wouldn't even say that that Pattinson looks like that. He just doesn't look like Bruce Wayne. He just looks like some depressed guy. You feel me? Like, He didn't remind me of Tobey Maguire at all in Spider-Man. Like, and yeah, obviously you have the scene, he saves the kid, the car crashes, and so the Riddler in this film, he's trying to get the attention of Batman. He has this, intrigue for Batman. Whatever. Okay. And then I know the few. Oh yeah, we see Catwoman, and she had a stupid ass mask on too. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
Like she had the
what's
dumb,
going
she
on
had the
with Catwoman?
dumbest, she had the dumbest ski mask I ever seen in my life. Like,
But
and that's why
what's
I'm going down this line because I'm about to go in on this shit.
Hey, I want to add something. I want to add something to
Like,
Catwoman. It's like
but
the Catwoman. They remember Halle Berry's one. They gave her a full-on new suit. That's actually kind of cool and iconic, and I still see people cosplay as her. But then when we get to Nolan, it's like we got more of the suit taken away. Like they're not trying that hard, and now we got this one. It looks like they took even more away. They don't even want to try hard and give Catwoman a suit.
yeah, they gave what is that? Like, I was like, and on top of that, I really don't like Zoe Kravitz, so it's like
Sorry, Jason.
like I guess she's gonna do her best Catwoman impersonation, and people are gonna accept it, and that's fine. But that what the fuck was that? Like, you feel me? And
I would be interested if
I
Catwoman
don't
is
even want to.
a
I don't even want
character
to
in all
stay on
three
that for
movies.
too long because there wasn't that much Catwoman in it. So it was
Mm.
like fuck Catwoman. I will say that it was cool when she dropped the visor. All right,
Mm.
so they show Penguin. You feel me? Like they give Penguin. Penguin actually wasn't that bad. Besides the fact that he's like fucking 6'2", which is stupid as fuck. But I guess he
Yeah,
did
they're
look like
dumb.
Penguin for the most part. Like he
Well,
looked
they
like
made
more like
Wolverine
Penguin.
6'2".
But that was stupid too.
Exactly. But it's been
So,
accepted by people without it even knowing. But it's like they know they can fly with it, so they'll do it.
but people know that Penguin is supposed to be short though.
Yeah, man. You're
Like,
supposed to
so it's
look
not the
down at
same
him.
thing.
You're supposed to look down at him like you're experiencing looking down at a penguin walking at you. That's the scary part of him, you know? He's this menacing guy in this form, in this presence that feels like a little
But
bird.
like I said, past that, like Colin Farrell, he did look like Penguin. He kind of looked. It was kind of so weird. I'm like, I watched it the second time, and that's when I knew it. I'm like, oh, that's Colin Farrell right there in the ring. I didn't even peep it the first time. I just thought it was some dude. But
Okay?
for people that don't know, the Penguin is in the trailer. You feel what I mean? And you feel me? And he's actually in 2 points in the trailer. You feel me? He's in the part in the rain, and he's also the dude that Batman is chasing in the Batmobile. I think that's the Batmobile chasing. He's the dude that says, "Oh, this guy is fucking crazy," and shit. Like, you feel me? That's Penguin. So I'm iffy on him because it's like, dude, that's like he looks like Penguin, but at the same time he looks like also just a regular fucking mob guy. You feel what I mean? Like where's his swag? Where's his
Where's him flaunting his
where's his
bird
aristocrat
logos?
nature? You feel what I mean? And this is what I mean, where it's like guys stepping away from this shit. They stepping away from it too much to the point where it's like now you're not even trying to do the character or do even any justice. I felt like they should have used Penguin in the Nolan verse. He would have been a great character to use in the Nolan verse, but people like to shit on Danny DeVito's Penguin, but at least it stayed true of what
I
Penguin,
love
who
Danny
Penguin
DeVito's
is,
penguin.
and his backstory. And I just feel like this Penguin might just end up being like a well-connected mob guy. You feel what I mean? A well-connected or well-connected underworld guy. You feel me? That people kind of just detest. But even past that, this might even be a thing from what it seems. We might even see a thing where, we see Penguin at a low point or something. You know what I mean? And we kind of see him build his way up, which is, I still think it's corny, but, like they could go with some weird Wire type direction where he still comes from like, a fallen aristocrat family, and that's still kind of like the chip on his shoulder. We'll see how that goes with that. But, for the most part, it's sad to say that for at least me, Penguin actually seemed like the most not like you feel me stupid character in the trailer so far.
Mm.
Like, and that includes Riddler, because Riddler had his. We're gonna get to Riddler. Either way, we're gonna get to the Batman scene where he says, the classic, who are you supposed to be? You feel me? Like, that shit's been done to death so many times, man. Like,
Yeah.
so many times, and this is the reason why
I hated that scene, actually.
I didn't want this type of movie. Not only is it like leaning into the Nolan shit and like the ultra real shit of the Nolanverse so much, but it's like it's also just replaying all the same old young Batman tropes. Same old young Batman tropes. Or, who are you supposed to be? Cute Batman beating this guy half to death. Like, dang, how many times they did that? Everyone's like, oh my god, that shit was so hard, oh my god. That shit was you see that is like, yes, I've seen that. I've seen that since I was like 5.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this. You feel me? Like, I've seen this a bunch of times. You feel me? Like,
here's what I didn't like about it. It was cheesy too because he's doing all these hits, but you don't even see the hits. The guy is blocking the camera, and he just goes down, and then he hammer fists twice, or 3 times, and people are like, "Oh, that's just like Ben Affleck one or whatever," but you didn't see any of Batman doing it. You didn't see the performance. You didn't see how convicted Pattinson was. You just saw the guy get beat. It just felt like a cheap shot of a shot to film, and it feels like we're going backwards from what we were used to. I mean, it's like we're stepping back. It's like we've already done this, exactly what you were saying. And,
already been here, already done this.
And it feels like not just that, but it feels like this is the B-sides to the Nolan already. It feels like, this is what could have been on the album, but we didn't do it yet. Oh, but here it is. That B-sides.
Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Because the stuff that we saw, even cinematically, I feel the Nolan films have already outdated it. Like, it feels like outdated. Not to be harsh on Mr. Reeves or anything. It's just, there's something overly simplified in a way. But it's just, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I need to see the full thing. But that fight scene, the little beatdown, I thought that was cheap. They cut corners.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It didn't impress me.
I don't even care that it was cheap. It was old. It was corny. It was the same old shit.
Mm-hmm. Even when he said "I'm vengeance,"
and at the end, the nigga don't even say I'm Batman. Nigga say I'm vengeance. And they, oh my god, that's from the comics. So like, oh my, I don't give a fuck. How you ruin a moment like that?
Like, you know what he? But they didn't.
You know what he should have did? What he should have did was, after he beat that nigga's face in on the sidewalk, he shouldn't even have said nothing to that motherfucker. He should have just stood up and looked at the group of motherfuckers in front of him and said, I'm Batman.
Or bro.
You feel me? That's it. And just gave him the cold stare. You feel me? And then it should have cut to all the action right after that. You know what I mean? Like, he gonna say to the nigga that's already fucking knocked out on the ground. This nigga's already his brain is already beat into the ground. I'm vengeance. Who are you talking to? Talking to a spirit? What is, you feel what I mean? You're talking to an unconscious man. I don't know, man.
Sorry.
Every time I've seen Batman say that, he said that directly to someone's face. Or you feel me? Like, if I don't know.
So that they would know and remember,
Like the Batmobile, I honestly don't even care about the Batmobile. It's whatever. You feel what I mean? It doesn't look bad. It's not the best one. Clearly not. But you feel
it
me?
Looks like
I was also never a fan of the Tumbler either. You feel what I mean? So I don't even consider the Tumbler a Batmobile.
No, that's a Bat tank.
No, it's not a Bat tank either. It's just a fucking tank. I'm sorry, it is. It's
no, I agree with you. So the thing is,
it's just it.
I think.
But by the end of it, though,
all right, go.
Like, I didn't like the shot to Wayne, and I like the end though. You feel me? At least it did a good job setting up what the story could possibly be. But getting down to Batman himself and how he did the Batman character, like it's alright. It do look like hockey pads. You feel me? And like you said, it do come off like like the Nolan B side. It comes, like you said, it comes off like the B sides of everything. You feel me? Not mostly the Nolan B sides, but it comes off kind of like Batfleck B sides too. Even the part when, you feel me, he shot him point blank. You feel what I mean? Like that was kind of, like they did that already. Let's be G. You feel me? They did that already. And then what? I guarantee you, right after that, the whole fight scene's gonna be like, come on, bro. Batfleck already did that. Batfleck just did that. Had a whole warehouse scene. None motherfuckers was dumping at him and everything. She shot him in the back of his head and all that. Like, come on.
Man, that warehouse scene like beat like a whole bunch of Batman fight scenes all put together. You know
and even it did. Even with that, as like the most disappointing thing to me is that this shit is just so damn ultra real that it's just like expect another Batman trilogy with no fucking metahumans, another face paint Joker, you know, face paint Joker number 3 incoming. You feel me? And no Clayface, no Poison Ivy. Feel me? Like they maybe might do Bane because they can maybe pull off if they have enough balls, they can maybe pull off a Venom storyline and make it fit into their ultra realistic, you know, hodgepodge. But it's like Nolan already did this, and that's what made the Nolan trilogy cool in the original. That it was a Batman that was set in the real world to the point where there wasn't even there was no fucking Superman. It was just pretty much only Batman existed. It was just him. You feel what I mean? And all those other, you know, classic characters that people kind of love. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they weren't there. Like, they just weren't. So they just didn't. They weren't around. So if like I just at that alone, I just take the Batman as a handicap off that. It's like handicap Batman already. Because people, you're gonna think it's mad fucking cool because it's extra ultra realistic and extra. You feel what I mean? You feel what I mean? Deep and has hella depths, and you feel me? It's so pretentious that it make your nose go numb. But it's still a handicap because the possibility, and I can eat hella crow off this too, because they could show and try to put some metahumans in this. But the possibilities of what can be with this new trilogy are already limited. They're gonna have to get the Joker as fast as possible. It's as fast as possible because it's the same old shit. They're you know, Maroni crime bust, the Maroni Falcone, all of it's like, come on, man. It's like, really, come on, man.
They're gonna make this like the Joker verse.
Yeah, like it's like, come on, bro. And then like people really want to front like they really super duper Batman fans like that. It's like, the closest thing to y'all got to a metahuman in a Batman movie was fucking Scarecrow in Batman Begins. And he wasn't a metahuman. He was a psychologist that's smart with chemicals. Come on. Stop playing with me. You feel me? Like y'all are so satisfied with just redoing the same old mob characters all over again. Oh yeah, it's Joker. Oh yeah, and you know what I'm tired of with the Joker shit? They just keep getting Joker wrong. They just keep getting them wrong. Like y'all want all this ultra realistic, extra deep mob version Batman, but y'all can't even get Joker right. Joker's supposed to be a gang leader. What the fuck? He's supposed to be a gang leader in a mob heavy city. He's not just supposed to be some fucking weirdo psychopath. You feel what I mean? Anarchist. They have a character like that. He's called Anarchy. That's not Joker. You feel me? Joker is a gang leader
that zap people. That's Anarchy.
Why you think they? Yeah. Why you think they call him the Clown Prince of Crime?
Because he's a mob boss, man.
He's a boss. You feel what I mean? So, and unless they implement that into this, which I kind of don't even think they'll even do that, I'm calling it dub on this shit already. Because it's like, I just feel like by the end of this and the third one, they're probably just going to introduce some guy Joker that goes crazy because of how fucking savage Gotham is, and he's just going to have no rhyme or reason, and he's just going to be a madman. You feel what I mean? And he's going to wreak havoc for a while, and then that's it. Like, you know, that's why people like Gotham, to be honest, because they put so much emphasis on the characters, even down to the Joker. Even you can say they took a lot of liberties with Joker, but they at least stuck to his origins as far as related to the other characters of him being like I put emphasis a gang leader. He's not a mob boss. He's not in the mob. You feel me? In Batman '89, he was in the mob, but they did that to kind of refine it and make it more simpler. But Joker's supposed to be a gang leader. You know what I mean?
Joker's hideouts and stuff were gang leader oriented, man. He had all
exactly. That's why why you think they call it what? The Joker Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly.
What the fuck? Like,
exactly.
He's supposed to have a gang of other crazy motherfuckers. You feel me? And he's crazy. You feel what I mean? But at the same time, he's also extremely intelligent. Though he can run an organization and all that.
He could organize.
And even they didn't even show that in the Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm. And he strategizes. Well, he strategized in Dark Knight, but like kind of like a Tyler Durden Fight Club.
But he was an agent of destruction. They didn't implement him or show him in a way where he was actually feeling, like you say, an actual boss, like an actual person. That like, yeah, he's insane, but he actually got some faculties about him. You feel me? Like Joker can actually put together a smooth ass plan. You feel me? He can actually have a group of fucking goons under him when all these motherfuckers know they can just fucking shoot him. But somehow, some way, he's getting all these motherfuckers that are savages themselves to follow him. You feel what I mean? And he's getting them paid. He's not a fuck. And Joker gets money too. That's another thing too. They done turned Joker into a bum. This BG. You feel me? Like Joker used to be swagged out back in the day. The fuck? You feel me? Joker was swagged out in Batman the Animated Series and in the comics.
Joker chased money.
Suicide Squad. Why do you think Joker was swagged out in Suicide Squad?
Right?
They be going with this bummy ass Joker. This bummy ass, broke ass, don't know how to handle money. You feel what I mean? Can't even put together a coherent plan. And I'm not saying that they're going to do that again, but I'm just saying of the culture of what has been going down the last few years as far as the Joker and Batman, especially with these live action materials, man. They've been leaning more towards Joker just being some chaotic character instead of him supposed to be fucking Joker. You feel me? The gang leader Joker. You know what I mean?
The
motherfucker that come through and all the other gang leaders like Penguin, Falcone, Two-Face and all that shit. All Bane, they all getting shook up because they don't know how he's gonna come. They don't know they don't know what his intentions are, what his motives are. He may not even have any motives. He might just be coming through just to fuck up. You feel what I mean? The dominoes on the streets. Because there's people like that in real life. Like, you feel me? You have to understand that. You feel me? There's people like that in real life. You feel me? Even if I don't know if people have seen The Tax Collector. Go watch The Tax Collector by David Ayer. And you will get you'll understand what I'm saying. That's a gangster movie. It has nothing to do with comic books. But there's people like that in the streets in real life that are just there or just come through literally just to fuck shit up. And that's it. Sometimes they may have a plan, or sometimes they may have, majority of the time, they'll just use their plan as an excuse to just fuck shit up.
And that is their plan.
Yeah, and that is their plan. It's like, oh yeah, I have a little plan to, obviously at the end of the plan, there's some money involved and we're going to come out on time. But in between that, I'm going to kill like 100 of these motherfuckers. I'm going to do this. I'm going to blow this the fuck up just because it's just going to benefit the plan. I can do a way smoother plan that's not even going to cause this much chaos, but I'm about to do this whole wild ass fucking plan that's going to fuck everything up. You feel me? That's the type of character Joker is supposed to be. You feel me? Like, the way they have him now with this ultra realistic shit is like, it just comes like, down man on his luck that just goes crazy and then fucking shoots up a school or some shit. I don't know. It's corny. It's corny. And I just feel like it's just, like you said, it's the B-side, the same old thing. I'll be interested to see what they'll make the second one about. Hopefully, it's like I said, it's not gonna have no metahumans in it. You know what I mean? So just pick a mob character. Just pick your favorite Batman rogue mob leader.
They'll do Black Mask again.
Yeah, they'll do Black Mask again or something. Like, but don't expect no. Don't
at least
expect
they can
no.
do Black Mask, right? Maybe.
Yeah,
at least one can be done, right?
Yeah, like at least maybe Matt Reeves can do Black Mask good this time around. But yeah, that's just how I feel about that. It's not even really that I feel like, oh man, this shit was just looked at as it was not made well. Like, But down the Batman head look big as hell. That shit looks stupid. You feel me? I'll be honest. Like he does have an odd, slightly hockey pad look to him. But for
Which
the
is
most part,
a joke in a way because
yeah,
the Nolan, they already said I'm not the one wearing hockey pads, and then here we see the hocky pads, and we just called the B-sides of Nolan verse. So
but for the most part, I'll give the suit a pass, except for the fact that his head look big as hell. That shit looks.
His forehead
stupid.
is weird.
Yeah, that shit looks stupid.
However,
man.
I think Adam West fans will get a hard on for that forehead.
Plus with the cowl, not the cowl, with the collar and the combination of the collar and his forehead. I mean, his head. Well, yeah, like you said, his head with how the forehead looks. Like
the collar screams vampire, bro.
That cowl is the worst.
Twilight
like,
right there. That collar is super Twilight. I'm sorry, it just seems like something that they'd wear in like Twilight Underworld movie. Underworld's cool though.
Yeah, and they had him in another scene in the police station. Like he's in a scene, literally in an interrogation room with like 20 cops in there. It's hell. Like I'm like, bro, I got Batman around hella cops. Like, come on, bro.
Here's the thing. I'm wondering: is the story where he's cool with the cops from the get go, or is that?
I don't care. I don't care, man. Cause y'all, I don't care, Kojay. I don't. Right. But they're just playing into the stigma that. People already be trying to say Batman is a cop. You feel me? And you feel me? He does have a lot of cop quality. Now y'all just doubling, tripling down on that. They got this nigga around mad cops. And you're like, oh, there was a scene when the cops are shooting at. I don't care. Because he shouldn't even be that close up under the cops. It's not Batman. Batman don't fuck with the cops like that. And I hate Batman. I hate Batman iterations where Batman be fucking with the cops heavy. Like Batman fucks with Gordon. And like one or two other cops.
That's what makes it special.
After he finds out that they're not a piece of shit. That's when he fucks with them. You know what I mean? Batman just don't be all what's good. You feel what I mean? In the police station and shit, just chilling like it was good. You feel me? Like even in the Dark Knight and everything. You feel me? When they had Batman, that's why they did those scenes so well when Batman would pop up in the Dark Knight in the police station. And I'll give Nolan that. Because you can't just have this nigga walking in the police like he's some fucking cop. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have Batman interrogating. Like, it's like, bro, he's Batman. They clear out this. They make sure majority of the cops ain't there. You feel me? They're pretty much doing some illegal shit. You feel me? They're letting a vigilante into a police station to interrogate a motherfucker. That's illegal. Like, come on. And then they got this nigga at the crime scene. Like, yeah, it was good, Batman. The hell, like there was like fucking 20 cops at that cop. All right, I don't want to go on with this, but you just know what I'm saying, man. It's
yeah. But what you're saying is true. You predicted this. If you do not, I think you remember several episodes ago, you called it out. You said that Robert Pattinson looks like Adam West, and this is the Adam West kind of approach. His forehead looks like Adam West thing. He's cool with the cops. That's an Adam West thing, because in the Adam West one, the cops had him on speed dial, and he'd always show up at Commissioner Gordon's or whoever called from his office, you know, and he was always in team with the cops. This is like going back to the 60s pretty much, only up to date with Nolan style. This is the Adam West. This is Adam West Batman pretty much. Even the car, it looks like Blade's car, which also looks like the first Batmobile car. This is the updated Adam West series, and that's what I'm getting at. It's like this little new series of film, like we go back to Wonder Woman. It feels like the Superman Returns treatment for the Linda Carter Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot.
It does.
That's what these films are, and if you like that, it's there for you. But you know,
yeah, if you like it and you think it's gonna be dope, like great, fantastic. You feel me? I want someone to like it. No, but I'm just tired of it. They're just ripping these characters. They're just ripping these characters. And I'm not saying with DC in general, but definitely with Batman, they're just morphing and like how you gonna have Colin Farrell look like Penguin, but the nigga like 6'2" though. It's like, oh my god, you got Catwoman with the most. Like, bro, if Catwoman came to the hood with that ski mask on, she would get smoked the next day after robbing somebody's crib. Get out of here, bro. Come on. And you're going to tell me that she's out here robbing like that? You know, people with real money, professionals and shit? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You feel me? And, oh, yeah, we forgot to talk about Riddler. Riddler, you know, I think that they're combined. I think that they're going with the Hush thing with Riddler. I don't know if you've seen the Hush movie
No,
by
it feels like a
Batman, the
Hush. No, I
animated
feel you.
one.
This feels definitely like Batman Hush without the supers.
Yeah, yeah. I think what they're
This is
doing
all the
is,
setup of Batman Hush, bro.
yeah. I think this might be Batman Hush. I
You
think this
know?
might be based off Batman Hush, the animated movie. Cause I'm like, yo, why they got his face all covered in tape and all this shit?
And it makes sense
That's what
because of
I'm,
all the other characters that Batman goes through to find
bro.
Hush.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yep, this
Like,
is
bro, I'm
Batman
about to
Hush.
go in on this shit real quick, yo.
Hey,
They
go.
got the,
Hey, it's our podcast.
they got,
Go for it.
they got my boys looking like cornballs in this shit, yo. Batman head big as hell on the damn cow. The cow looks goofy. You feel me? Penguin looks like, Riddler looks like a fucking serial killer. You feel what I mean? Oh my god, yo.
Oh well. Some people want to go backwards.
like Catwoman. Like, yo. Oh my god, yo.
Shall we talk
And they
about
might
something
have some
else?
scenes in there where they switch it
Never
up, but
mind.
it's like, bruh, did you see how they had him looking as Bruce Wayne? His suit was dusty, bro.
He had some problems. He didn't look like Bruce Wayne.
His suit was dusty, my nigga.
He looked
they
like a
had
Bruce
Penguin
Wayne.
looking like Tony Soprano's bummed out uncle, bro. Come on, man.
Who's now an alcoholic.
Bro, they had fucking Penguin looking like a goddamn soprano, dog. And motherfuckers really out here trying to play out Gotham like, oh, Gotham, like, bro, did you see Penguin and Riddler in Gotham? What? Them niggas was real gangsters. What are you talking about? Like, what? It's not even just Penguin, especially Riddler. They did Riddler good on that show. Riddler was a real gangster. He was smart. He was swagged out. He was connected. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was a real gangster. Like, come on. You know what I mean? You got this motherfucker in the Batman looking like a serial killer. He's wearing a fucking what the fuck was that? He was you know that puffy ass sweater, that fucking Patrick Star Wars, that one SpongeBob episode. He was wearing that. Like, what the and people can say like, oh man, you never know, he might be looking fly. Like, nah, man. Based on that, this shit's done up, bro. Based on that, he gonna be looking like that the whole time. He gonna be coming on. He's coming on this serial killer time. Like, you feel me? And Jesus, like, you feel me? Like, the things, like you said, the things that we love about Batman, they just strip it away. Each trilogy, each movie, they just like soon, like, you feel me? It should not even about be called Batman. It's just gonna be called Bruce Wayne. You feel what I mean? He's not even gonna wear it. He's just gonna turn it into some James Bond shit. He's just gonna be a dude.
No.
Like,
bro. It's gotta be one word, and it's gotta be huge. The movie's just gonna be called Wayne.
It's gonna be called Wayne. You feel me? Like, bro, I'm dreading seeing Joker in there. How are they gonna have Joker looking in this shit? Come on,
man.
But you know he gonna have face paint, bro. Just say it. He's gonna have face paint.
It's gonna be William Dafoe with face paint.
Hey, come on, man. He's gonna have face paint, man.
Willem.
It's like, yo, oh man, enough with this shit.
I was trying to say a while ago.
Because if I keep going with this shit, I'm about to just start going in on Nolan. I'm about to start going in on the Nolan films. Because like I said, this shit really started with him. I don't care how good his films were. This shit really started with him.
No, you have a point.
You know what I mean? Like,
he missed a lot of marks.
And now they just doubling down on the shit that Nolan did. Like, they got my boy Riddler looking like a fucking serial killer, bro. Like,
Hey man, at least we have Gotham. That was a great show.
Yeah, at least we got Gotham. But yeah, to all who like the Batman trailer, feel you, enjoy it, check it out. I hope y'all like it and everything. You know, it could very well be a very good film. You know, but
this isn't the unofficial continuation of Gotham.
You can't discount or downplay anything I'm saying. You know, I'm spitting facts. I know I'm spitting facts. For me, they had Riddler up in there. looking like a soprano. You feel me? And not a G'd up one really. You feel me? Look like a soprano henchman. Come on, this is Penguin we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ. Anyway,
man.
back onto the main event. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get to the main event. This we gotta get happy again.
The fucking bro. Snyder cut, man.
It was beautiful, and it took my breath away. That's the most accurate way I could explain it. And there's a lot of stuff in it too. Oh my gosh! Like the first thing I want to point out is the aspect ratio looks like it's ready for IMAX. Like it feels like they're ready to put in theaters, or it can. So I think it will have a special moment when the theaters come back. I think that they're going to do a new series to keep people coming in, where they're going to bring old films that were loved, famous, critically acclaimed, whatever. They're going to bring them back into theaters, because a lot of theaters do show like, oh, we're going to do Wizard of Oz this month, and next month we're going to show Casablanca. You know, they do show old films again, and they might do that again so people can come back to theaters. Now imagine people going for the first time, come to theaters, witness the Snyder Cut in theaters or whatever like that. I would definitely do that like 20 times. You know what I mean? So I think he's putting interest into the quality of what it can be later, because he said it's going to be a 4-parter. Okay, 40 Club, you guys are happy. You can milk it, and he did say that there's going to be a film version after, so everyone's going to be happy, so that's cool. And having the film version later on, you could put that in the theater, no problem. So I think
man, Kojay, I don't want to talk about the fucking cliff notes. Talk about the trailer.
No, okay. Yo, the trailer. My 2 favorite parts is Cyborg witnessing his dad die. That took my breath away, and that felt like the heart of the film. The pulse beat just right there, bro. And you saw Wonder Woman. She walked to where the arrow that her mother shot, right? That arrow that she shot. Now look at this. She was wearing the same outfit that she wore when she was dusting up that statue. So that means when she saw the arrow land or knew of it, she went straight there. So either she's close or could fly there real easy. Either way, she physically got there. And look at the dress she's wearing. She's wearing that white dress, and the arrow landed in some kind of tomb. I'm saying her mother shot the arrow at the tomb where Wonder Woman goes into and sees for the first time the painting of Darkseid on the wall, because she's wearing the same fucking dress in that Darkseid reveal as she did when she saw the arrow, which she saw, you know, on the news, you know, and whatever, which was a Snyder scene for sure. I think her mother was showing her who the enemy was. It wasn't a signal or anything. Well, she knew it was the Amazon arrow, but she went to it at the exact temple or tomb or whatever that showed the whole story of the history lesson with Darkseid.
Yeah, that can maybe definitely be it.
Oh, that gave me chills seeing that, and just seeing all the scenes, man. High quality, perfect. All the stuff that Snyder showed in either like a storyboard or a fucking like black and white picture or CG that people are like, oh, it's incomplete. It's just a storyboard. He didn't shoot it. And then we're all seeing that shit. It opens up with fucking Uxas, man. Darkseid is like smashing a hammer right on your face. And they're playing it to Hallelujah, a song that people made fun of on Snyder for using in the scene he did on Watchmen, but now he's using it for something that's so literal, like the story progressed with the lyrics, with each frame and what we know what the story's going on, and it was just beautiful. And at the same time, it's hallelujah because the Snyder Cut's here. It was just like pleasing on so many levels, and it was beautiful, bro. So much Cyborg too.
Yeah, there was a lot of Cyborg.
Dang, what'd you like about it? What'd you? I'm just going off.
Yeah, I actually wasn't expecting them to put the the death of Silas Stone in the trailer, but hey,
Yeah.
I guess it's already out there, so it makes sense. Why not?
And in a way,
And
he did say that scene was going to happen that way in his post on Vero. He said you cry too, and then you see they hinted that, and I kind of knew that. I was just surprised that they showed it, but I liked that they did because it felt like we experienced the film, we experienced the gravitas, and then that scene where Ray Fisher is walking broken, cyborg, and then that tear drops with a little spark. Oh my gosh, that was good physical drama. And even when Cyborg was saying "Dad, no" or whatever in slow motion, that raw emotional energy. Oh my God, bro, this is beautiful. It's like so real and sincere. There's like a lot of heart in this, and I can't wait to see that man.
no homo.
Man,
Sorry,
but that was beautiful, bro. This is
that
so
was your
good.
fault. Phrasing. You ended it bad.
Whatever. I'm pro LGBT. But
Phrasing.
it's beautiful, bro. That's just like everything, man. And the fight scenes. It looks like there's a lot of fight scenes because we know that's one thing that was missing with Justice League. Those iconic Zack Snyder detailed, story-driven fight sequences, action sequences. We saw a lot of that going on. Like hints of it, like all this new movements. They were specific movements because they're movements that can only happen if they're with build up. You know what I mean? So I know we're going to get a lot of Batman warehouse scenes. We're going to get a lot of Wonder Woman No Man's Land scenes. We're going to get a lot of Superman of Steel Smallville battle scenes. It's because that's so key, man. Because I'm remembering even the leaked or the footage of the stunt team doing the choreography. Shit, man, we're gonna see all that because this is. Oh, and also Flash running through the Speed Force with his arms. You know how we saw him running and his arms are flinging around, and even Kevin Smith made fun of it. It looked kind of weird, but now we see that he did it while he was in some kind of cosmic Speed Force or in outer space itself, which makes sense because he's weightless, maybe, or there's all this energy around, so his arms would fling like that. And it just everything
He
makes
still
sense,
runs
bro.
kind of weird, but I'm over it at this point.
No, he only ran weird on. No, what I'm saying is he only ran weird on that scene only, and I think it's because that scene was originally placed physically where Flash is in an interdimension, where force and matter is just pressing against him, or he's going through it, where he does have to swim like that. Like it makes sense, you know.
Nah, I think Ezra Miller just can't run. I'm
well,
sorry.
well, there's some
Like,
actors
you
who
can
are just
try to
not
explain it.
physical.
You can try to explain it away with with the narrative of the
I'm still
film, but
going with what I think,
I
man. I'm
think it
still
really just
going.
comes down to his athletic ability. He just doesn't have a good stride, as people would say. It really comes down to that.
Yeah.
Like,
You
just
saying he's
doesn't,
not?
and it's and a lot. And yeah, because let's be honest, like everybody thinks that they can run. Like, you feel me? Oh, I can run. Yeah, you can run. Everybody can run, but not everybody can really run. You know what I mean? That's why. Why do you think they have track runners and everything? Like, there's a proper way you actually got to run to actually build
Generate
speed and
speed.
gain momentum at it, and actually run at your full capacity. You feel me? Like, if you can't run, then why do you think a lot of motherfuckers out here be running? And the way you see it, you've seen a bunch of people run in your life, Kojay. I know you've seen a bunch of people
Oh
run, and
yes.
they run goofy. They run goofy. They get winded fast because they run goofy. They spread their legs out too far.
Yeah,
They flail
man.
their arms too much. Come on, like
No, no,
let's just
you're
be
right.
let's just
You're
be
right. I've
like
worked
that
with.
dude just can't run like that. You
Yeah,
feel me? He
man.
doesn't
I've
have a good
worked.
stride.
Oof. Yeah, I've worked with some actors who I was shocked that they can't even run. It's weird, and even the greatest of actors just physically can't run. Like I love you in Bollywood, Amir Khan. Amir Khan, you're an amazing actor, but when you run and when you slow down and stop at a scene, your arms flay around like a little wet tissue. It's like, what's wrong with you, bro? You don't run and you can't punch. I don't know what's up. But
Yeah,
anyways,
and why you think Tom Cruise put so much emphasis on his damn running? He
yeah,
would try
because
to
he's
play
like,
him
I
for
could
that,
do it.
but
I could do it.
yeah,
He's like, I could do it. I want you to
that
see
dude
me.
got a perfect stride. He been practicing that shit for years. You feel me?
He's like, you
He has
guys should
a
know I could do it. Stallone can run. Rocky, he runs pretty good.
But yeah, like I would say, it's not going to take away from my experience at all because I
Yeah.
really don't fucking care, and that's not a big deal to me at all. Like because the Flash, like you feel me, like seeing the Flash running in slow motion is not like that big, like you feel me, big deal to me. Like it's probably we're probably going to see that a few times, and I doubt it's going to be the same motion. So like. We might see a few scenes of, they're running looking off, but other than that, Flash would be good. I think Flash would be, I actually really liked his scene at the end. Led up to the Batfleck line, and there's a lot of things I like. I thought it was a good song choice and everything, especially, with the circumstances and, especially, because it's the Justice League film, it kind of brings that type of air to it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a very really good callback to Watchmen. I also like the feel of the. I like the style of how it looks like.
The style feels like Watchmen meets Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
I like that a lot.
I like that for a while. I definitely like that it doesn't look like Justice League for one thing. Looks like a Zack Snyder movie. So that's fantastic, but I guess we already knew it was going to be that. But like the special effects and everything, in my opinion, are solid. Because you know why? Like I feel like with this one, it has the perfect look of real world and comic book in that sense, where it looks like it's based off a comic book that's that takes place, in a world like ours. You know what I mean? If you get what I'm saying with that, with the stylistic choices and everything, because obviously you see Batman, Wonder Woman, like the League itself, they look like how they would look in any other Snyder movie, because he kind of has that style to him already. But when you have in the beginning, when you see Eustace and everything, like man, he looks so real that it's unreal. You know what I mean? Like he literally looks like they pulled him straight off the fucking page in a lot of senses. It's kind of crazy. You feel what I mean? But at the same time, he fits so well within the tone. You feel what I mean? Of the trailer and the film, but from what it seems that it just works well in a great way. Even this part where they showed the destroyed Hall of Justice and everything. And you saw that, and that seems like it's going to get a little bit more work done to it, rightfully so, because it looks like it's a really big scene, and everything.
And it had to be a recent scene because you see the Trident,
like the way
Joker card,
the way that looked, I thought was fantastic as well, because like I said, it really captured, in my opinion, you feel what I mean, how the DC universe would look in the real world. You know what I mean? If these motherfuckers really existed in a world like ours, like, how it would feel and how it would look. And it hit a really good fine line between realism and comic book in a lot of moments. Like, even with moments when you finally see like Desaad and the armor he has and all that, like
fucking Desaad.
It would, like I said, it was so alien and very, very, Snyderverse, and at the same time too. But it would also look like something straight out of the comics, just based on how like fucking heavy and everything. You saw his hood and everything. His hood was looked like thick ass chainmail, like a thick black chainmail or some shit. Like it was a lot of fucking great detail that they carried over. You feel me? And he just did a great job with, and. We haven't even gone into how it ended with the line. You feel me? The Flash says, he's probably fought thousands of super beings on other planets and won. And Batman says, he hasn't fought us before, not us united. Like it was, it was great. You feel me? And that's the reason. This is the reason why I give the Batman and other films and even Nolan so much shit, because it's like, it's just this continuous thing of excuses where it's like, all right, oh yeah, we can't we can't adapt certain things from the comic book because it's too comic booky unless we do it in a goofy, silly comic booky way, like, you know. And
Yeah.
like Zack Snyder just dispels that completely, and it alone, not only with all his films, but even especially just with this trailer alone. You feel what I mean? Like here, you can just look at, you know, we just call him Dark Side right now. You just look at Dark Side alone, and just say like, motherfucker, you can't tell me that you can't adapt this shit in a way where, you know, it has strong sensibilities while also, you feel what I mean, staying true to the material. Like, you feel me? Like, I remember seeing someone on Twitter even saying like, "Oh man, I don't even understand how Zack Snyder is gonna do New God and Apocalypse and take it seriously. All those characters are so silly and so goofy. Like, how is he gonna make Granny Goodness serious? How is he gonna make Desaad the Paid Master serious? Like, it's like, this how you do it, motherfucker. Like, right there, you just did it. You see, you feel what I mean? Like,
Right.
it doesn't have to be all Guardians of the Galaxy. You feel what I mean?
It doesn't
All
have to
Marvel-y.
be a joke.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a
pass.
joke.
It doesn't have to be a joke to be accepted.
What is that? It really did.
Go
Don't
Lord of the Rings with this.
Dark Side's eyes and everything. Dark Side's eyes, shit, bro. They look like suns.
Hold up, you're breaking up. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we have to end it there on the episode. However, we will pick up and do another episode of Sourcewall real soon once we find a train of thought. All right, thank you so much for listening. Me and my boy 44 will be back at you with some more Sourcewall. Peace.